Good evening and welcome to Wednesdays at Notre Dame. Tonight is the third installment of our 3 Wednesdays, and we're very happy to have with us Mr. John Miller, who is the Director of Music Ministry at the Cathedral Basilica of the Sacred Heart in Newark. The pipe organ at the Cathedral Basilica has over 9,000 pipes, so we figured John could handle our pipe organ here at Notre Dame. So he'll be having a 30-minute concert this evening, organ concert. We know that many of you have not been able to attend church or come to the church in a while, or hear our beautiful organ. So John will be presenting his concert this evening and talking to us a little bit about the pieces that he'll be playing, as well as the organ itself. So enjoy our miniature organ concert tonight. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm just thrilled and happy to be here and to be part of your summer series. A huge thank you I'd like to express to Father Tom Denty, the pastor at Notre Dame, for inviting me to participate in your summer series, and also to all the people of the Notre Dame parish for supporting your parish and the summer program of activities. I have to tell you, I've been playing the organ for about 45 years and giving recitals for close to 40 years. This is my first virtual recital to do, so we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure I can handle it without hearing, doors slamming, kneelers banging, people coughing, babies crying, but I'll do my best. The first piece is the Bach Toccata and Fugue in D minor. Very well-known piece. I'm sure you're familiar with it. The minute I play the first note, you'll be thinking of Halloween pumpkins. I'm sure you come to Mass every Sunday and you see the organ pipes on the wall behind the altar. If you look very closely next time you're here, you'll see there's a little hole where some pipes have been removed. They're being repaired. Those pipes are not part of the program, obviously, because they're being repaired at the shop. But I did want to congratulate, again, your parish for having a pipe organ. The pipe organ is held in high esteem from the Roman Catholic Church, and to have a pipe organ that's not only existing here, but also maintained and committed for maintenance is very commendable. So, bravi a tutti. Now, with the organ, there are several different families of stops in the organ. These white things here, these buttons, these are called stops. So if you've heard the expression pulling out all the stops, that's where it comes from. The first family of sound is the principal tone of the organ, and that sounds like this. That's the basic organ sound, and those are the pipes that you'll see right in front in the facade area on the wall. The second family of stops is the flute sound, and they sound like this, almost like the instrument, the flute. So that's the flute family. The third family of stops is the string family, and that sounds like this. And the fourth family of stops is the reed family, similar to the reed instruments like the oboe, bassoon, clarinet. And there's an actual metal reed in the bottom of each pipe that gives it a very buzz-like character. And those pipes sound like this. If you look on the wall, you'll see the pipes are arranged tallest to shortest on both sides. The way the organ builders build the organs, they put every other pipe next to each other in the scale, and then they put the other pipes in between on the other side, and the advantage of that is to balance out the weight. You wouldn't have all the heavy pipes in the same place. It would be too much weight on the chest and could cause a little surprise in the middle of Mass, perhaps. But the tallest pipe, you can see it's the one closest to the crucifix, and that pipe sounds like this. It's 8 feet tall. In order, in the law of physics, to have air or a string going 8 feet in length produces the pitch of low C, and that's this pipe here. So that would be one of the tallest pipes in the organ, and one of the smallest pipes in the organ would probably be no larger than your pinky fingernail. And it sounds like this. I don't know if it's being picked up on the recording, but I'll go up the scale to see if you can hear it. So I better be careful. If I keep that up too long, I'm sure all the dogs of North Caldwell start coming through the door. So the other question sometimes people have are the difference between the organ and the piano. The keys look similar, except in the organ, we have a row of pedals. To oversimplify it, when you're playing the piano, the right hand usually does the high stuff, and the left hand usually does the low stuff. In the organ, the right hand does the high stuff, the left hand does the middle stuff, and your feet do the low stuff. Of course, like I said, I am oversimplifying this, but just so that you get the idea. The next piece is a trio in G major by Georg, a German composer from the Baroque period, and it sounds like this. This is a trio where the right hand and the left hand and the feet are doing 3 different things simultaneously. I hope. The next piece I'd like to play for you is a piece by a composer, very famous composer, who changed the whole picture of organ composition in 19th century France. César Franck. You may know of his beloved melody of Panis Angelicus that you might hear sung frequently in church. He's the same composer that wrote this piece. He worked at the Basilica of Saint-Clotilde in Paris. He lived from 1822 to 1890, and he was so inspired by the new style of organ building by Cavaillé-Coll, which transformed organ building into more of a symphonic instrument. And so he began to write pieces that were inspired by the design of that new Cavaillé-Coll organ, which then caught on through the whole area of Paris and the surrounding communities in the country, and then eventually around the whole world. So this is the prelude from César Franck's Prelude, Fugue, and Variation. The next piece I'd like to play for you is written by the composer Léon Boelman, a French composer, lived from 1842 to 1867. he had a strong, 1862 to 1897. He had a very strong devotion to the Blessed Mother, and he wrote a piece called Prière à Notre Dame, Prayer to Our Lady. And so when I mentioned to Father Dente I had this piece ready to play, he said, "Oh, that would be perfect. That's the name of our parish." So here we have a prayer to Notre Dame written for Our Lady, played in the Church of Notre Dame. the church likes to celebrate octaves. I like octaves because it's a musical term, too. We celebrate the octave of Christmas, the octave of Easter, the octave of New Year's, the octave of everything you can imagine practically. Well, the last piece is celebrating the octave of United States Independence Day. This is the E Power Biggs arrangement of John Philip Sousa, The Stars and Stripes Forever. So I hope you've enjoyed the virtual performance, and look forward to maybe performing for you live sometime when we could meet and greet and discuss after the program. Thanks again to Father Denti for the kind invitation to include me. It's an honor to be here and to be part of your series in the summer, and many blessings for all the fine work that happens and comes out of this parish. Okay, all the best to you.